In the last reading, Real Magic 16, Wayne Dyer was talking about how everything that exists on Earth is basically all empty space. Max Planck, Niels Bohr, and Albert Einstein won Nobel Prizes discovering this and other great stuff you can research if you want, like quantum entanglement and the observer effect with the double slit experiment. Now, if you think about it, we don't take anything with us when we die. So basically, nobody owns anything. And you could also say that everybody owns everything, especially because there's nothing really here anyway, because it's all empty space. It's been said that if you take all the empty space out of every person on planet Earth, then what's left will fit inside of a sugar cube. Maybe you've heard that all of Earth was originally the size of a pea before it expanded and developed. Much like how each of us was originally small enough to fit on the head of a pin. Like 1,000 of us could have originally fit on the head of a pin. Kind of amazing, isn't it? You won the race out of about 400 million participants during your conception. And you were accepted because the first ones that get to the egg usually bounce off. So if nobody owns anything and at the same time basically everybody owns everything, here's how you want to play that. During this gift of life in this basically virtual reality that you're living in, which you could call the game of life, this game of life, say these 4 words a lot. I own this place. When you walk into a room, act like you own more than just the room. Act like you own the whole building. Let's take it further. Act like you own the whole block that the building is in. Stand tall, head high, shoulders back. You are the one who owns everything. Know that. How far can we take this? If you're at the beach, say to yourself, I own this beach. At the park or anywhere else, say to yourself, I own this planet. Each one of us owns this planet. Say that to yourself. I own this place. Live with that confidence and see what kind of inspirations come to you when you're living inspired like this. Real Magic by Wayne Dyer, reading number 17, is coming up. Right after I tell you real quick, if you're getting value out of what you're learning here, then continue helping yourself grow and hit the follow on the Johnny Troth Facebook page and hit subscribe on the Johnny Troth YouTube page. Yeah, that's right. This stuff is on YouTube now. So follow on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. Go take a look at the YouTube page. You can see all the readings there and some other fun things. And get someone who you really care about to do that too. So then you can help each other. You can hold each other accountable and work together on this stuff. And then you can both figure out together your big why in life, you know, the main reasons why you're here, and you can help each other get that stuff. You can help each other do that stuff. Doesn't that sound great? And that's what we're doing here. We're helping find more inner peace and fulfillment, and the reasons why you're here, and enjoying life and figuring out how to enjoy life more. You can do that with someone you really care about. All right? Don't you think that's a great idea? Okay, here we go. Real Magic by Wayne Dyer, reading number 17. Dot, italicized, trust in the divineness that you are, and that is the perfection of the universe. Trust in the divineness that you are, and that is the perfection of the universe. When you have worked on the above beliefs, I'm just gonna read the italicized ones again real quick. It says applying prosperity principles in your daily life. Disdain all disbelief. Keep a corner of your mind focused exclusively on your images of prosperity. Study the world of matter, of all material possessions, at the subatomic level. Develop a trust in your intuitive inner voices. Work at replacing thoughts within you that reflect a scarcity consciousness. Develop a conviction in your heart that prosperity truly belongs to you. Say to yourself, I own this place. I own this place. Everything I want just comes to me. Everything I want just comes to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the guidance. Thank you, thank you, thank you with your inspirations, living in the spirit. Thank you for the guidance. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do not doubt. Have no doubt in your heart. Know what you want is coming to you. It's in the knowing. You are what you want to be. It's in the knowing. You are good enough. You are doing it. It's all speeding its way to you now. Everything you want is speeding its way to you now. Know it. Trust in the divineness that you are, and that is the perfection of the universe. When you have worked on the above beliefs, monitor yourself for a day, keeping track of how many scarcity thoughts versus prosperity thoughts you have. Then surrender and stop fretting about it. Trust in that invisible force that flows through you. Remember, when you trust in yourself, you trust in the wisdom that created you. When you trust in yourself, you trust in the wisdom that created you. And obviously, when you doubt yourself, you question that same divine intelligence that brought you here. Know within that the universal laws of prosperity and abundance have not been repealed. Know that if they worked for others, they will work for you. Now surrender and relax about it, and you will know what to do. This is Satori. Instant awakening. You no longer have to worry. Prosperity will indeed come to you, and you will be creating it in a magical way. Just like the magic that you experience every time you create a thought out of nowhere. Trust in the miracle that you are. Trust that the universal force flows through you. If it didn't, you wouldn't be reading these words in this moment, or listening to these words, or watching me read these words. Then get on with your life in a purposeful way. Dot, italicized. Now act prosperous. Exclamation mark. That's right. Act as if what you deserve in the way of prosperity were already here. The person who acts prosperous is very generous. Be that way right now. If you're not generous when it's difficult, you won't be generous when it's easy. You must be willing to give to others, even when your coffer is not full. For this is your purpose. Your purpose is independent of coffers. It's spiritual. Act in a spiritual way. Give at least 10% of what you see coming into your life to those who provide you with spiritual sustenance. I'm going to talk on this for a minute. If you're a member of a church, great, you can give to a church. Or you can give to any charity you like. Anything that you like. It's great to give because it comes back to you. And when you give, you want to give not because you're expecting anything in return. No, that's not going to work. When you give, you want to give from your heart. Give from your overflow. And give from your heart. Give because you want to help. You really want to help whatever you're giving to. When you give from your heart because you want to help, that's when it comes back to you. Usually not from the same source that you gave it to. Almost always it comes back from a different place than what you gave to. That's how the universe works. I'm going to give you a quick example right now in my life. The library that I got this book and thousands, like a thousand other, like almost 1,000 other books right now. Okay, like 600 other books right now in 2025. San Diego Public Library. It's a great library. The San Diego Central Library. I said to people in there many times, this is the best library in the world. There's 8 floors. They have events. There's a view. I mean, they have all kinds of great stuff and all kinds of great free stuff. You can go see musical things and, great things. And there's no late fees. You can have up to 100 books out at a time, and you don't get another book until you return the other one. You can have great movies. You can borrow great DVDs. Lots of great movies. And there's no late fees. You just can't get to take anything back out until you return it. And you reserve it. There's a great system for reserving this stuff. I don't spend that much time in the library. I go in there, get what I reserved, and return or renew what I got there, and we'll have to do whatever. Give it to someone else who's reserved it, put me back on the list, get it back later. And I decided that since this library is so great, whenever I go up to the desk to renew something, if it automatically renews 5 times, and then after 5 times, you have to bring it in to make sure you still have it. It's a perfect system. It's a perfect system. So every time I go up to that desk, you get all your movies from behind there too. So every time I go up there, which is like once a week basically, I decide they have a donation thing. You can't reach it. You have to give the money to somebody to put it in there, because there's a window. There's a glass, like plexiglass in front of you. So I decided every single time I go there, I'm going to give money to that donation for this library, for this great library. And last time I went there, a couple days ago, okay, so I've been giving them $1, okay? I haven't completely, in 2025, right now, approaching the end of 2025, I'm almost there thanks to these great readings. I haven't completely embraced this abundant stuff yet. It hasn't started. I haven't really started seeing it in my life yet, this abundant stuff. And The last time I went to the library, a couple of days ago, this great library I was just talking about. Okay, first I want to say I usually give them $1. Okay, when I can afford to give them more, see, I don't even really have an income. All of my income has been coming from my rental property in South Carolina, my paid off house, and that's how I've been able to do this to do this like it's my job. This self development like it's my job for the past 10 years. That's that's how. By living off of the income from my rental property, my personally invested resources, I'm financially independent already. How about that? According to Jim Rohn's definition of financial independence. By living off of the income of my personally invested resources for the past 10 years by rental property in South Carolina, I've been able to put all of my time into this stuff. And that's how I've been able to get my estimated 50,000 hours of research in here. A little bit of math real quick for you. Okay, here's how I figured that out. We'll start with the number 10 because it's easy to work with. 10 hours a day for 365 days is 3,650 hours. Times 10 is 36,000 and 36,500 hours in 10 years. And that's not what I've been doing, because I've been doing this for sometimes 18 hours a day. This is all that I do, this stuff. This is all that I've been doing for the past 10 years. That's how I got to 50,000 hours. I watch maybe an hour of TV every 2 days. And other than that, this is what I do. I go out and do some fun stuff. And other than that, this is what I do. That's it. That's it. I'm ready to start helping other people with other businesses and stuff. And we're getting other stuff going real soon. Okay, now I'm going to get to the point of my story. The last time I went into the library a couple of days ago, I brought the $2 that somebody gave me. Somebody on the street. Somebody living on the street gave me $2 as a donation because I've been giving food to people on the street basically every day that I'm here. Averaging 6 days a week for the past month or so. I've been giving food to people on the street and other stuff, toothbrushes and, everything just seems to be getting donated to me with this great cause. It seems like everything that would make it better gets given to me. An idea to get it better, somebody gives it to me, and then I go get some more of that stuff. I give them, incontinence have been just given to me. I just find them all over the place, and people are starting to like the incontinence more. It's a clean pillow, and you can go to the bathroom in it. Sometimes you gotta go, whatever. People give me thin blankets that are easy to carry around and very helpful at night. I've given out lots of sunglasses and power and chargers for phones that I've acquired over the years, and that they could use a lot better. I've been going through my stuff, and everything that I have is better for them that someone can use, and I'm not really using that much. I give it away. And somebody on the street gave me $2 because of their appreciation. And when I went to the library, I took that $2 with me. I was thinking, should I give them $1? I was like, I'm gonna give them the whole $2 because this place is great. So out of my heart, I was like, I gave them, when I get to the window, I said, when I went to the window, I took the $2 out of my pocket and I said, put this in the donation jar, please, before they helped me. And then that night, somebody who doesn't live on the street showed their appreciation with a $10 donation when I was giving out the food. So, because I gave from my heart, I got back 5 times what I tithed, or however you want to say it. Give. 5 times what I gave. Sometimes I've gotten $20, I've gotten a few $20 donations. And I realized that whenever somebody gives a donation, don't say, "Oh, I'm good, whatever, thank you." Especially if it's somebody on the street showing their appreciation. Don't be like, "Oh, you need, you can have, you can keep it." No, take it. Take it with gratitude, saying thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll put this to very good use. Thank you for the donation. Because when you accept their gift to you, it makes them feel good. If you reject their gift, you're rejecting them. That doesn't make them feel good. Accept their gift. Acceptance. Acceptance. The quality of your life comes down to one word: acceptance. How much do you accept? What do you accept? What improvements in your life can you accept? What behavior from other people that you don't approve with can you accept? So you can strengthen your character. Every time you accept something, it improves you. Now, let's take a pause, take a deep breath if you want, and think about prosperity, donating into your life, giving in your life from your heart. So it will come back to you more, probably, almost definitely from another source, from a different source than what you gave to. Feeling prosperity, feeling abundance. I am abundance, I am abundance. Thank you, 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 thank you. Abundance in health, wealth, experiences, relationships, and freedom. Thank you for this gift of life. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all of it. Thank you. Back to the book. Trust in that invisible force that flows through you. Remember, when you trust in yourself, you trust in the wisdom that created you. And obviously, when you doubt yourself, you question that same divine intelligence that brought you here. Know within that the universal laws of prosperity and abundance have not been repealed. Know that if they worked for others, they will work for you. Now, surrender and relax about it, and you will know what to do. This is Satori, instant awakening. You no longer have to worry. Prosperity will indeed come to you. And you will be creating it in a magical way. Just like the magic that you experience every time you create a thought out of nowhere. Trust in the miracle that you are. Trust that the universal force flows through you. If it didn't, you wouldn't be listening to me, watching me read these words, listening to me read these words in this very moment. Then get on with your life in a purposeful way. Live on purpose. Dot, italicized. Now act prosperous. That's right. Act as if what you deserve in the way of prosperity were already here. The person who acts prosperous is very generous. Be that way right now. If you're not generous when it's difficult, you won't be generous when it's easy. You must be willing to give to others, even when your coffer is not full, for this is your purpose. Your purpose is independent of coffers. It's spiritual. Act in a spiritual way. Give at least 10% of what you see coming into your life to those who provide you with spiritual sustenance. For me, Wayne Dyer says, this principle has always worked in creating prosperity. I have always been a giver, even as a little boy. It was always easy for me to give up what I had in my pocket, even if it was the only few coins. Even if it was only a few coins. I loved buying things for other people and helping others of my choice to have more abundance in their lives. I have been giving much more than 10% to those I choose to assist, and it always comes back to me more than tenfold. It seems to be a part of that invisible law of the divine. Living as if one is already prosperous is to be a generous person. Giving it away without any expectation is living according to your spiritual self first, and your physical self second. It's the most divine way that you can be. And it's the secret to manifesting your own miracles in this prosperity domain. Khalil Gibran wrote the following inspiring words on this subject. Study them carefully. They reflect the prosperity consciousness I've been writing about in this chapter. Insert. And there are those who have little and give it all. These are the believers in life and the bounty of life. And their coffer is never empty. There are those who give with joy, and that joy is their reward. And there are those who give with pain, and that pain is their baptism. And there are those who give and know not pain in their giving, nor do they seek joy, nor give mindfulness of virtue. They give as in yonder valley, the myrtle breaths, its fragrance into space. Though the hands of such as these God speaks, and from behind their eyes God smiles upon the earth. And upon their eyes the one who gives smiles upon the earth. He is actually lowercase here, so I think it's referring to the one who gives and not God. There are those who give and know not pain in their giving, nor do they seek joy, nor give mindfulness of virtue. They give as in yonder valley, the myrtle breaths its fragrance into space. Through the hands of such as these, God speaks, and from behind their eyes, they smile upon the earth. Get more to give so you can get more to give. Get more to give so you can get more to give. Get more to give so you can get more to give. Give, 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 give. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Ever wonder if it's all for you? The world I love, the tears I drop to be part of the wave can't stop. Ever wonder if it's all for you? The world I love, the trains I hop to be part of, the wave can't stop. Thank you, Anthony Kiedis. Red Hot Chili Peppers. When God speaks through your hands and smiles upon the earth through you, because you are an unconditional giver, a purposeful being, asking nothing of anyone, prosperity will be your reward. Dot, italicized. When you have mastered the art of giving to others, then practice the equally important art of giving to yourself. When you have mastered the art of giving to others, then practice the equally important art of giving to yourself. Take a percentage of all that comes to you in the form of money and invest it in yourself. Put that money into a savings plan that is yours to monitor. Set it as your miracle fund. See it as your miracle fund and be rigidly firm about your contributions to this personal, fast-growing account. I'm going to add here real quick, okay? I'm going to add something to this. You want to put it not just in the bank. You want to put it in a money management company that gets you like 10% return on your investment. Because a good money management company will get you like a 10% return on whatever you give them. So go find the best one that works for you. I have a great one myself because my father, who's been very cold and absent for the majority of my life, left my family, went to form his own real family that's not part of, I wasn't really part of when I was 3 years old. But what he did do, and I'm reconnecting him with him pretty well these days, and what my father did was to build his own financial consulting business. He did a very good job building his own financial consulting business. And then he sold it to another company. And since I have a connection, he still does some stuff with them whenever he feels like it. He's like 80 something now, and he does whatever he wants now. And whenever, and I have some money in there. I'll tell you real quick. I had like 50,000 in there, and I cashed out like 30,000 of it to pay off my house. And I think that was probably a mistake because they were getting me more money than the interest on the mortgage. However, the reason I did it was so I didn't have to buy insurance anymore. I spent like $20,000 on insurance for my house, and over those 15 years, there was like 3 hurricanes that went through that area. And my house was fine. It's in a high elevation. There's not a lot of trees around there. Nothing happened to my house. So I'm like, I don't want to be giving my money away to this insurance anymore, so I have to pay off my mortgage. So I've saved thousands of dollars over the past few years. Anyway, I still have I still had like $20,000 in there, and I haven't even checked it for a while, but it's probably back up to like 30 or 35 now or something like that. And when the money starts rolling in to my life through my businesses to me, it's going to happen real soon. I'm going to take as much as I can, which is like all of it, and give it and invest it in that company. And I'm going to tell them as soon as I have $300,000 in here, I'm going to take that out and use it as a down payment on my next house, where I can start my next business. I already have it all figured out. And then I'm going to do it again because I know where the next two houses are that I want to buy. Then I'm going to do it again. Make more money with this business, get it faster. When I have another $300,000, I'm going to take it out and use it on my next house. The next house the house I have right now is in South Carolina. The next house I'm going to get, hopefully I'll be living there and doing my next business by this time next year, is what I'm hoping. My first business is Peter Sage. I'm an elite mentorship trainer. I invested $20,000 into the EMT program to be a trainer. Now I want to make my next one thing is to make my 20K back with Peter Sage. Then after I do that, my next one thing after that is to make $300,000 with Peter Sage, with being an EMT, elite mentorship trainer. I've learned lots of great stuff. He's like, that's my backbone for everything I'm doing here right now. Then I take that $300,000 and put it into the $1.5 million house that I'm going to be buying on Coronado Island, where I'm starting my next business. First business, EMT. Next business, actually at the same time I'm doing EMT, I'm also building MoWill. Moving on, MOWILL, moving on with Impetus Life Learning, which is a personal consulting over Zoom call thing I'm building. I have a whole program already figured out. There's 10 levels, and I'm not going to get into that very much right now. So after I make the $300,000 with being an EMT and through MoWill, I'm going to take that $300,000 and go buy a house on Coronado Island. And I already have the route already mapped out with all the stops and stuff I'm going to say on the stops for being a tour guide on Johnny's Electric Tour. Use Jet, uplifting socializing experience. Johnny's Electric Tour. Use Jet, uplifting socializing experience. Johnny's Electric Tour. When you buy a ticket to Jet, you're buying a ticket into more connections for you. The great connections that you need to help you build the life you're here to live, with more inner peace and fulfillment in your life. The whole tour is already all figured out on Coronado Island, and I already figured out that what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with already established businesses over there, doing my guided meditation, my humble uplifting guided meditation at yoga studios or fitness clubs over there. And after they're inspired, after I do that with them and they're euphoric and inspired, I'm going to say, so, you want a jet? Get a ticket to Jet, whatever. I'm going to tell them about that. I'm going to give them my 1-minute pitch on Jet. And then people will buy into Jet. All of the business from MoWill comes from referrals. During Jet, I'll tell them about MoWill, personal consulting. Okay, all the business except for what I tell them. Okay, so I already have there's 20 miles. I'm on my electric skateboard guiding this tour. Bring your own personal electric vehicle. And for like most of those 20 miles, okay, there's 8 or 9 stops that I have figured out, depending on how much time we spend at the stops. And I already know what I'm going to talk about at every stop. I'm going to go 15 miles an hour the whole time. It takes like 2 or 3 hours. Or like three, maybe 3.5, maybe three or four, 3.5 hours. Probably like 3 or 4 hours to do the whole thing. And in between stops, okay, every stop is uplifting and socializing. So at every stop, something gets said that's uplifting, and then they do something socializing with each other and try to figure out how they can help each other. And the website has it set up so that the people who have similar goals and values are automatically grouped together in the same tours. A tour is booked when there's 20 people in the tour. The tour does not go unless all 20 people are there in the tour. If 19 people show up, the tour is postponed. Because it only works with 20 people. The whole program is based on 20 people in each tour. And while we're going from stop to stop, I'm up front, and whoever wants to come on up next to me and talk to me can talk with me. And whoever I connect with, I'm going to connect with someone who's going to be the next guide. And then I can move on to Long Beach. My third house is in Long Beach. I can set up the tour there when I get the next guide here. Somebody who wants to go do the HUGMs at the same businesses that are already established. And use that to help develop their personal consulting businesses. Someone who I resonated with from this tour, from the tour on Coronado. Working with them on my house in Coronado. They'll be the next guide. And then I can move the tour into Long Beach and do the same thing in Long Beach while I'm developing my other stuff. And that's like the first 5% of all the stuff that I have in my mind right now. Sorry about that huge tangent, but I hope you got a lot of good value out of it. Because there's a lot of good value in that huge tangent of my plan. Some people, Wayne Dyer has said a bunch of times, I've heard Wayne Dyer say a couple of times, you don't want to share your big goals with people because then it's an ego thing. Now you have to live up to what you just... I'm not letting it be an ego thing. It's not an ego thing for me. It's a reason why I'm here thing. Does somebody want to help me with this stuff? If you want to help me with this stuff, that would be great. Send me a direct message, however you want. And let's do this. Back to the book. Wayne Dyer says, I have put away a certain percentage of what comes to me into my own financial miracle fund. It's automatic. It's automagic with me. And I never ignore this principle. As a result, I was able to make myself financially independent at a very young age. You'll be surprised at how quickly this fund will grow and produce income for you. A specific percentage of which goes right back into your miracle fund. If one does this from as early as childhood, one could be financially independent by the age of 30. By the way, I only have to pay 0.5% because of my family connection to the business. It's called MAI. The company that my father started, it's called CCI. The company he sold it to is called MAI. Who he does whatever he wants to do for it whenever he feels like it. I only have to pay 0.5% of what they make me because of my connection. Most people, like everyone else, has to pay a 1%. Now, 1%, if they make you $1 million, 1%, if they make you $1 million that year, then they get 1% of $1 million because they like to do big business. What's that? 10,000, like 100,000? I don't know, whatever it is. Math is a little too left-brained for me. I'm much more right-brained. Okay. Back to the book. You will be surprised at how quickly this fund will grow and produce income for you. A specific percentage of which goes right back into your miracle fund. If one does this from as early as childhood, one could be financially independent by the age of 30. This is nothing more than a physical world investment in your own prosperity. It's a fantastic policy to reach your children. Teach. It's a fantastic policy to teach your children, and it will lead them in the direction of their own financial prosperity. And the book I'm going to recommend on that is Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins. It's very new. I think it was released that book has all the financial stuff you need to know, all right? And another book that I want to recommend on this stuff that Wayne Dyer's been talking about for a while, on how to be on the frequency of abundance and manifest abundance in your life in all forms, mainly money, in this reference that I'm about to give you, is the book called Busting Loose from the Money Game. By Robert Scheinfeld. Busting Loose from the Money Game is a great book to get your mind screenshot. Take a screenshot. Busting Loose from the Money Game is a great book to get you thinking in terms of living on the frequency of abundance. And Money Master the Game. So for your right brain, Busting Loose. For your left brain, Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins. All right? Left brain, linear, analytical, real, material. Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins. Right brain, spiritual, everything I want just comes to me. It's all coming to me now. Busting Loose from the Money Game. Okay? Dot, italicized. Get rid of the polarity that you may have about money. You have perhaps seen money either as God's blessing or as the arch enemy of spirituality. No. Now I feel like I want to talk on that. If you have anything, if you feel anything bad towards money, then you're repelling it from you. Why would you do that? Money is good. Appreciate it. Accept it. Love it. And then give it. In the way I described earlier. Money is a necessary tool. Here's a siren. Time to have compassion and gratitude for whoever's being helped out there. Compassion for who's being helped, and gratitude for the people who are helping. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Money is a necessary tool for the development of anything, a business, a relationship. I guess those are the two things. Money is a necessary tool for the development of any business or relationship. Money is just energy. Get on the frequency of it. Know that we live in abundance. Know that everything is for you. It's all happening for you. It's all here for you. And know that money is coming to you. Money circulates through you. Money circulates through you. Arigato money. Arigato money. Look up that Vishen Lakhiani YouTube video. Arigato money. When you spend it, know it comes back to you. It flows through you. It's an energy. Probably created by man. And I'm saying man because I'm pretty sure that a man actually created money, not a woman. As a way of controlling things. Because men like to control women. I mean, stereotypical, but men generally like to control more, and women generally like to unite more with the energy. Let me say it like that. Masculine energy likes to control more, and feminine energy likes to unite more. And I've said before that because of stuff like this, I feel like whatever you want to call God is more feminine than masculine. However, what I'm realizing is it's an equal split. God is equal. God's probably equal between masculine and feminine energy. Equal. Non-duality. Embrace non-duality. God is equal. Everything. Accept it all. Accept all of it. Whatever you want to call God has equally masculine and feminine energy. Because there's lots of good things about being aggressive. Mainly courage. To get stuff done. To follow your inspirations. You get the inspirations, feminine. You use the inspirations and act on them, masculine. You see what I'm saying? Encourage more, starting with yourself. Encourage more, starting with yourself. Back to the book. Dot, italicized, get rid of the polarity that you may have about money. You have perhaps seen money either as God's blessing or as the arch enemy of spirituality. Money has often been used as a battleground for matters spiritual and matters physical. Thus, if you have accumulated money, you may have come to believe that this is in some sort of conflict with your spirituality. Keep in mind that if your purpose involves providing things that require money for others and for yourself, and if you are uncompromised about your own commitment to your purpose, then money will show up in your life to assist you with your heroic mission. Similarly, if you believe that you do not deserve money and that it symbolizes all that is non-spiritual, then you will block its arrival into your life. When you are committed to your own personal highest powers, then a great amount of authentic universal power will begin moving through you. It may in fact be symbolized by the arrival of money into your life, and then you will have to resolve any ambivalence that you harbor toward this money. Thus, the denouncing of money is a trap. It's a trap. Instead, see it as that which is manifesting in your life to assist you with your purpose. Then stay on purpose and use that money and any other physical abundance that will begin showing up in your life in larger and larger amounts to fulfill your commitment to your purpose. You can be spiritual, italicized, and have nice things. You can be spiritual and have nice things. You can be spiritual, italicized, and have money flow into your life. You can be spiritual and have money flow into your life. You cannot be a spiritual being if the arrival of that money is for the purpose of hoarding it or using it to prove to yourself and others that you are in some way superior. Your authentic power comes from within and, italicized, and you live in a physical body, in a material world as well. Your authentic power comes from within and you live in a physical body, in a material world as well. Allow that physical world to be in harmony with your inner world. And you will have resolved your ambivalence toward money. Wayne Dyer says, I view the money that arrives in my life as the energy that I can use to stay on purpose. It's a blessing, and it's used in that context. And as a result, it continues to flow into my life in sufficient amounts to meet that commitment of mine to being a spiritual being, having a purposeful experience, having a purposeful human experience, and helping others to do the same. And I'm going to add here real quick what I didn't get to before that I wanted to was that the reason why I think money was created by man is because whatever you want to call God has no idea what money is. The energy of whatever you want to call God just sees everything is. Everything that we have on this earth that we've made is. It's all just here. God sees, whatever you want to call God, sees only abundance. We all have everything. Everything goes back to what I was saying before. God only sees abundance. God has no idea what money is. Avoid the trap of expecting your prosperity to arrive in your life through the efforts of others, is where I'll begin the next reading on page 173. In the last reading, Real Magic 16, Wayne Dyer was talking about how everything that exists on Earth is basically all empty space. Max Planck, Niels Bohr, and Albert Einstein won Nobel Prizes discovering this and other great stuff you can research if you want, like quantum entanglement and the observer effect with the double slit experiment. Now, if you think about it, we don't take anything with us when we die. So basically, nobody owns anything. And you could also say that everybody owns everything. Especially because there's nothing really here anyway, because it's all empty space. It's It's been said that if you take all the empty space out of every person on planet Earth, then what's left will fit inside
of a sugar cube.
Maybe you've heard
Wow.
that all of Earth was originally the size of a pea before it expanded and developed.
Wow.
Much like how each of us was originally small enough to fit on the head of a pin. Like 1,000 of us could have originally fit on the head of a pin. Kind of amazing, isn't it?
Kind of amazing, isn't it? Wow.
Out of about 400 million participants during your conception. And you were accepted because the first ones that get to the egg usually bounce off.
Thank you.
If nobody owns anything and at the same time basically everybody owns everything, here's how you want to play that. During this gift of life in this basically virtual reality,
feel your wish.
Called the game of life.
Then make it. Make it.
This game of life. Say these 4
the
words
genie.
aloud.
You are the genie in the bottle.
This place.
You are the genie in the bottle. Feel your wish. Then make it. I own this place.
Act like you own the whole building.
Act like you own Earth. I own this place. I own Earth.
Stand tall, head high.
Say that.
Back. You are the one who owns everything.
You own Earth. You own Earth.
If you're at the beach, say to yourself,
I own this beach.
At the park.
More
anywhere else.
than
say
believe.
Yourself, I own
no.
this planet.
Now.
One of us owns this planet. Say that to yourself.
No. Now.
I own this place.
I own this place. Say that to yourself. More than believe. No. Now. No. Now. No.
Inspired like this. Real Magic by Wayne Dyer. Reading number 17 is coming up. Right after I tell you real quick, if you're getting value out of what you're learning here, then continue helping yourself grow and hit the follow on the Johnny Troth Facebook page and
learn more.
Hit subscribe on the Johnny Troth YouTube page. Yeah, that's right. This stuff is on YouTube now. So follow on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. Go take a look at the YouTube page. You can see all the readings there and some other fun things.
That's Peter Sage.
And
Elite Mentorship Forum. I'm an EMT.
Get someone who you really care about to do that too. So then you can help each other. You can hold each other accountable and work together on this stuff. And then you can both figure out together your big why in your life. You know, the main reasons why you're here. And you can help each other get that stuff.
Screenshot.
Help each other do that stuff. Doesn't that sound great?
Doesn't that sound great?
What we're doing here. We're helping people find more inner peace and fulfillment and the reasons why you're here and enjoying life and figuring out how to enjoy life more. You can do that with someone you really care about. All right? Don't you think that's a great idea?
Don't you think that's a great idea?
Okay, here we go. Real Magic by Wayne Dyer, reading number 17. Italicized, trust in the divineness that you are.